Welcome to this bonus episode of Cyclops is Waiting for Me, an X-Men animated recap podcast. But this time, like last week, we are not doing anything to do with animation. We are going to be doing a watch-along for Deadpool 2. I'm JC.
Hi, I'm Rod. And I guess, that's been like a kind of a debate, right? Are movies like this that are so CG heavy, are they also animation?
No, they're not. I don't even think that's a good argument. But we are recording this before the Deadpool watch-along went live, so we have no idea what your feedback is. So it really is going to be what are these 2 weeks of content pieces and what you guys say, do, download, especially that we'll be paying attention to determine if we do more of these in the future. We will not be doing one the following week from this for Deadpool and Wolverine because we won't have access to the movie that quickly.
Yeah. And I guess, let us know if this is kind of a cool thing, like what other movies, I guess.
Oh,
possibly.
yeah. And also, by the time this goes live, comments will be enabled in Spotify podcasts too. Ooh. That's like a new feature. So yeah, we'll be able to do that. But since this one is a little bit of a longer movie, Rod, I'm just going to give the instructions and let's get into it. Cool.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so make sure you have your movie queued up. I know Rod watches it where he has like a Hulu ad that plays in front and stuff like that. So get past that, and we are going to count in, and we'll go 3, 2, 1, play. And that's when you hit play, and you should be on the same timestamp as we are. So, Rod, are you ready?
Yep.
Audience, are you ready? You probably just sounded like a lunatic by talking to your speakers right now. 3, 2, 1, play. I really hope somebody, probably Joe Russo,
this
yelled at
logo.
his... Yeah. Also, shout out to our buddy Joe Russo, who has a movie that's like out in theaters today.
Oh, no. Which movie?
It's called Inheritance. It's a horror film.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I think I almost got into a test screening of that. That would have been awkward if I ran into him there.
And just fought him.
Well, it's like, that they always ask, like, do you know anybody in production? And I'm always like, no. And then I just run into him.
Fair. Okay, cool. So we're at the Marvel logo. There's nothing exciting that's happened just yet.
Well, you don't think the lighter clicking was...
They went more intense with the face scars and stuff like this, I felt like.
I guess it makes sense. It's been long. Oh, that's so fun. I forgot about that.
I did too. The Logan statue.
Do they sell this music box? Because this would be a brilliant, like, little merch item.
I definitely don't think they sell it, but that would be pretty cool.
Or somebody on Etsy's probably making them. I forgot. They did the same thing they did as the first movie, where it's like they show something after the fact and then they rewind.
Yeah. And this is an aggressive suicide prompt.
Right. It's funny that stove thing reminds me of I saw a TikTok of someone post their security footage of their dog like lighting the stove at night, so it set the kitchen on fire. Like,
wait, was it actually lighting it, or was it just like starting the thing?
It caught on fire. So
it actually did catch on fire? Jesus.
Well, mostly because the owners, like the people whoever lived in the house, had put like cardboard boxes on top of the stove.
That's their own fault.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Up until seeing this movie, I don't think I knew what the song was before the chorus. Like, I don't think I'd ever actually heard it.
I can't remember if I ever know. It's one of those ones that since it was before I was born. Ooh. Or at least before I remember.
Right.
Cool. Okay.
I love all the references to Wolverine that happen with this.
It's true. Oh, yeah.
And back to the DMX love. Unspeakable monsters. Inappropriate, Wade.
Right. It's always like the Yakuza or adjacent or parallel. Oh, their cannons is shining.
Nice. That was not how you say pumpkin in Spanish.
Right. This is almost John Wick.
Very John Wick vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the whole being actually shot part.
Right.
They did not give a shit about shooting that bartender.
Right.
Nobody would ever actually call it a sea breeze when I was bartending, by the way. Yeah.
Random song, but love Dolly. Ooh.
Not for nothing. That was a really great head effect. Like, It actually didn't look like just a piece of, like, plastic.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Oh. Jim Carrey reference. That makes sense, though. Man, I can't imagine getting in a fight in a bathhouse. Oh, geez.
Neither could the guy that doesn't have arms anymore.
Right? Got an eye. I always wondered about that. Like,
blood in your eye?
Well, there's this blood spraying everywhere in these superhero movies.
Well, some of them.
Oh. Okay, that's a joke of its time.
Sorry, what were you wondering about with superhero movies?
Well, it's like when blood goes everywhere, it's like, does anybody get sick?
I mean, he's not the one who's going to, because he's got, his recovery powers.
I didn't realize the heels and the wig, that was like a little like nod to Lady Deadpool, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Oh man, have you watched the PG-13 edit of this?
No, I have not. The one with Fred Savage. Yeah,
almost worth it. I wouldn't say it's completely, but if you are watching it with like a, preteen family member that you don't want to get in trouble, like, it's funny enough because of the new scenes.
Okay. And do they just like do quicker cuts and stuff like that?
I can't remember the actual edit. The part I remember is they added sections where, there's like, oh, jeez. They added sections that are Princess Bride, like the storytelling stuff.
Right. I knew
so
that
they
part.
Cut back and forth. Those are the parts that are a little bit funny.
Mm-hmm. What? Okay, what massive camera lens did he use his entire hand to wipe it off of?
That's true.
Security cameras are not that big.
Yeah. So I guess that's the meta part of it, right? Is like he's doing the screen. Like
he's breaking the wall.
Oh, jeez.
I really do wish, after hearing that rumor, that the third movie, had they not done Deadpool and Wolverine, that it was just the road trip across the country with these two.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm not going to reject getting Wolverine in the movie. So,
right. This kid, man, he's just probably like, like, imagine like going in for something that's like an experiment, and then like this probably made his career for a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was in Spider-Verse, right?
Was he?
I think so. And he actually gave some advice for his character. Like, they made the joke about chai tea being TT.
Oh, so he was Spider-Man India?
Yeah. Because I think I remember seeing a behind the scenes thing where he said that he actually kind of gave feedback on some of the dialogue for that character.
Oh yeah, he was Paviter. Yeah. He was also in Strange Planet, which is my favorite webcomic turned TV show that I did not like the TV show for.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, I haven't watched the TV show. That's an Apple thing, right?
It doesn't work. It works as a 4-panel joke. It does not work as a series.
Well, I thought it was a weird combination because I think the guy that does Strange Planet, he's fairly religious personally, if I remember right. But then like they teamed up with Harmon's production team, which is like, wow, everyone like be professional, but that's like two opposite sides of a belief spectrum.
Oh yeah, we're watching Deadpool,
right? They made some like 10-year-old Kirsten Dunst reference. I was like, oh, referencing an era of Hollywood.
There it is.
Kristen. Yeah.
She is hot and pissed.
Right.
Oh,
I love it.
Still hate it.
I love it because I hated that moment in the real one.
Oh, of course. I love how people were like, oh, no, it was like the first time it was pointed out, so it was super meta. And it was like, no, it wasn't super meta. Nobody just ever connected it because it's lame.
Yeah, I think it was just underwhelming for like that moment. Had it been like earlier as like the tip of the iceberg, maybe it would have been like a clever little thing. Be like, oh, you're Martha too, and it'd just be like the seed, you know.
You're giving it way too much credit, Rod.
Well, I'm not saying the way they used it. Like if like anybody else would use it, probably would have been like earlier. But like for it to be the actual like moment, anyway. So she's the one I'm worried about getting. Oh my god.
You think she's going to get killed in this?
This is a real relationship, right? You're like, oh, I love you. Oh, he didn't know what it was. Oh, okay. I thought she was implying like, okay, we're gonna get anyway. I read it the opposite, right?
Yep. You messed that one up.
No, like he goes and gets blood spatter all over him, and then he comes home and they like make out or have sex, and then she's I don't know. I'm thinking too much about this.
Yep.
Wait, what movie is this? Oh yeah. This movie pointed out Frozen.
What movie is that? I know who that is, but
it's not. Is it Fiddler on the Roof? It's not Fiddler on the Roof.
I don't know. I've never seen it, so.
That's right. We never knew about his family in the first one.
No. I believe in the comics, his dad was pretty abusive, and that's what made him get into the army because his mom had died. But
yeah.
God, it's probably been 10 years since I read that story. Nope. Didn't happen.
Have you seen that video that's been going around of the guy correcting all the Star Wars titles? They're all named the wrong thing, but they're the right titles.
Yep.
Hilarious.
Yeah, everything else. It made sense when you attached it to a different movie based on what the title was. Yeah. That's not how that works, Deadpool.
He's into it now, though, because he didn't.
I made the same joke she did.
No. Too straight. As a what?
Yep. Don't ask.
This is an interesting perspective whenever you get into the mind of someone who has like super senses. It's kind of like the squirrel in Over the Hedge. Is voiced by Steve Carell.
I have definitely never seen that movie.
Oh, that's worth it just for the squirrel.
I barely can handle the squirrel in Ice Age.
Oh, this is much better.
Oh.
For a comedy movie, they did such a great job with like the action and the stunts.
Oh, you can't not do it right with Deadpool. It's like getting the violence wrong with Wolverine.
But they could have done it wrong if Fox got to do this before Ryan Reynolds got involved.
This definitely wouldn't have gotten to a second movie.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but there's like a third Venom movie coming out.
That's because people are stupid.
Ooh. No, it's your fault.
Yep.
This. I was gonna say this is like a trope, but this was kind of late for the trope, right? Like the Jason Bourne, like the girl gets fridged, and it becomes like the motivation.
Yeah, this would have been probably the tail end of it.
Yeah,
because then John Wick took over as the dog getting fridged.
Yeah.
If they kill Dogpool in the movie, people will riot.
Right. Well, here's the thing: they'll kill Dogpool, it'll just come back to life, right? Does he have the same healing capability as Deadpool? I don't know.
I don't remember if the dog does.
I don't know if the other pool characters have the same healing factors.
Oh, the movie with Barbara Streisand was Yentl, by the way.
Yentl, okay. Yep.
Which came out the year I was born.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I definitely would not remember that.
You don't remember movies from when you were 1, Rod?
Right. That's like, I hate being like the boomer and stuff, but like when I work with like younger creators these days, and they're like, I remember that. I was born in the 90s. Like, you were born in the 90s. You didn't live like,
yeah.
Being
you
born
don't remember that. You didn't have consciousness then.
Being born in 98 doesn't count being a 90s kid.
God.
Yeah.
Our generation, we're just old now.
Oof. This is a very John Wick like sequence.
Oh, yeah. Well, because this is Deadpool without the comedy behind him anymore.
Yeah, but it's like the rain and the car stuff. Also, no one in the cars is reacting. That's like a trope of the John Wick movies, is like two people having a shootout or a car race and like no one will react around them.
Yeah, everybody's okay with the guns firing all around them. There was also a car chase, like, or not a chase. There was a video of some dude shooting at cars in Los Angeles like a month or so ago. And most people didn't even realize they were being shot at. So I kind of have a suspension of disbelief on that.
You know, you say that, and I was driving down like the 10, I think, the other day. What the heck? I forgot about this. Oh, and it's a Celine Dion song. Is the theme song for this movie.
Oh!
Yeah. That's how I do it, too. I was driving down like I think the 10 the other day, or the 5 maybe. And everybody was like swerving out of the way of the lane I was in. I was like, what the fuck? And then when the car in front of me swerved out of the way, there was a man, there's a normal, older, middle-aged man running down the highway wrong ways with like 2 shovels. And that's who we were swerving around from. I never found out what that was.
And nor will we, because there's 80 weird things that happen a day in Los Angeles.
Yeah. This was such a perfect collab. I think I even produced by Did You Just Kill Her?
What the fuck?
I remember when this got announced, I was like, how was this so perfect? Because they were like, because before the movie came out, they were like, we're going to have a big song, and it's going to be Celine Dion. And she plays it straight. It's not funny at all.
She has to.
It works.
If you do it with comedy, it doesn't work.
Yeah. And the video was so funny, too, because Deadpool doing like interpretive dance around Celine Dion. The real villains? Is it the writers, or do you mean like the studio?
Both. I do remember this shot. This shot was everywhere. And I definitely have the Funko Pop of him in that pose.
So cinematography by Blind Owl. These who killed the dog of John Wick. There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because this would have only been like the first or maybe the second John Wick when this had come out.
You know, that might actually be true too, because isn't John Wick made by a bunch of stunt guys? So they might actually have been the stunts in this as well. Oh yeah, this is the one that pointed out that, yeah, Frozen. Yeah. You want to build a snow? Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I know he's supposed to be like the funny friend, but like I just want to punch him, and that's why he's perfect for being Weasel.
Right.
I feel like there are more women at the bar in this one than there were in the previous one. It was like only biker guys in the previous one.
Yeah, they diversified. Or the biker guys all died.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, how do you stay in a bar for 3 days? Is just have a mop guy.
I love also the neon cross in the background.
Yeah. I think it's like a little shrine, too, isn't it? Is there like a nun in the picture? Or is it a saint, I guess? Oh, it's a boob saint.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there he is. Someone's been going to therapy. I was going to say, I don't think he spoke in the last one.
He did not. her spots in just the commercials for Deadpool and Wolverine are enough.
You're right. Wade's cocaine. Now it's cure for blindness.
It's a Rey Mysterio lucha mask in the background.
Oh, I didn't.
If they do the wide shot, it would be. Oh, there it is in the left hand corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could tell from the hawks on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Go kill a bunch of people.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot. This one has that whole afterlife thing.
Yes, it does. I do feel like the fact that they've already killed her gives the reason why they won't kill her again in the next movie.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he's being meta about it. That would be the only way it would happen.
Yeah. I think I agree with most of the internet speculation that the whole events of the movie are going to be an attempt to just save his timeline in general. So, like, all of his people.
Yeah, even if he doesn't get to stay with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did we hear that before?
I don't remember. Probably not.
Did you see Variety had an... Oh, there it is.
So when Motley Crue was at their druggiest, would they have been able to survive that?
I don't know. Okay. Okay, speedrun has that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. This is where he goes into the... Always the water.
Well, you're drowning? I don't know.
I guess it's supposed to be like a... like how you were born, right? Like the womb, kind of that. I don't know.
I don't know. Anybody who says they can remember, that's a fucking weirdo.
Happy International Women's Day.
Was that the release of this movie?
I forget. Oh, in the afterlife, there's still a bong there, and it's like a neon color, so it like stands out. Everything else is sepia. Imagine being such a fucked up person, you're not even allowed to die.
Yes.
So does this happen every time he gets like
Mutilated?
Yeah. Does he die and come back?
Maybe this was just the worst amount of trauma.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. With a little bit more budget, a cameo.
Well, they realized that this was making more money than the newly released X-Men movie, so...
As it should, yeah.
It feels like they trimmed down his design in this. Like, he's still big, but he's a little more realistic proportions.
I can see that.
Like, he's a little less built like the Hulk.
Yeah, shiny Jesus. Aha. Oh. Ah. Oh, he's wearing that Taylor Swift shirt. I forgot about that. No killing.
Nope. That was also like the number one rule in the Krakoan era of the comics is like, you can't kill any humans.
Yeah.
It is a little weird that there would just be a bunch of like presidents on the wall, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, especially because this was decorated by like young Charles, he would have better decor, I feel like.
Yeah.
There's only one of them worth a damn in that room.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Like Colossus, he's more like a really big wrestler.
Yeah.
Than like 8 foot tall or something.
And it was probably because of the design of the Juggernaut that they didn't want him to look too much like the same build. Like they actually like shrunk everything by like 15%.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Juggernaut shows up in Deadpool and Wolverine. Because, you know, like the actor from the movie said he wasn't. But
Vinnie Jones?
Yeah, but then in the trailers it looks like it's him. So they're like, did they deep fake him?
I don't think they would deep fake him.
Well, like with his permission or something.
Right. That's totally, yeah.
Because he said he just didn't want to get into that shape again or something like that, which makes sense because he's like, yeah.
Well, I mean, that was like almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was when he was fresh off of being like an active rugby player.
Yeah.
Like it was that and Euro Trip where he just literally looked like he could just smash the shit out of everyone.
Yeah.
It's so wild that he's like one of the people who came out of rugby because you don't hear that about anybody else. Like aside from what OJ Simpson doing his like acting stuff, like a lot of athletes can't convert over, you know?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. And jeez. And arguably, I don't know if OJ would have been remembered as much for what he did outside of sports until the whole, you know, murder thing.
I mean, Naked Gun had its like cult following, but it wouldn't be talked about today, realistically. Oh, the Mad Titan. Yeah. I do love the purple lighting.
I know we're hoping for a lot. There's like laundry lists of wishes for Deadpool and Wolverine, but I really would love for them to reference this Thanos cable thing.
That and or the Keira Knightley cable.
Yes. Which was probably, I think, our clip from last week.
That's our clip from this past week, yeah.
Oh, that's dark.
Oh,
that's his kids, right? His kid and his wife.
Tyler.
Okay, yeah.
Which I don't ever remember him having a wife and kid in the comics. I think that was just created for X-Men 92. So.
Yeah. Reagan.
Ugh.
There's Blackbird again.
Stop yelling.
I was surprised at how good Josh Brolin was in this role. I think the only thing I kind of wished is that they would have either built up his like upper body more, or if they had another actor do somebody who was like more top heavy.
He's transporting himself 0.5 seconds backwards into the future.
Right. Oh.
Well, that's gone for forever.
Ah.
Yeah, this is the only live action reference to Sinister.
Mm-hmm. I guess besides, what movie was it? Apocalypse that had the briefcase?
Yeah, fair.
At the end, but not really.
I don't know. I literally fell asleep during Apocalypse, so.
I mean, rightfully so.
Whenever we do whatever we're going to do around that movie, I'm going to be seeing certain scenes for the first time.
Oh, really?
Because I never rewatched it after falling asleep.
It's not, yeah.
I fell asleep in a theater.
Yeah. Like... Oh, jeez. So I guess he technically was an X-Man.
I mean, a trainee.
Yeah.
If you're a trainee, they have to give you a paycheck, right?
Yeah. This kid, I wish I would have seen him in more stuff. He was really great. I forget what he was in before this.
Well, that's why I have IMDb pulled up right now.
But he does a great job here.
He was in Godzilla versus Kong.
That's right.
And
jeez.
And a bunch of other stuff I've never heard of.
Yeah. Yeah,
I like her. I like her better with the shaved head.
Oh yeah, I can see that. There you go. Is there? Yeah, I like how he seems like an actual like high school or preteen or something that would get powers. You know, you're like
in upset, that panic mode. Yeah,
upset and moody and. But also kind of in control.
Also a movie I have not seen in 35 years.
That's true. I
definitely saw that movie when I was way too young to watch that movie.
All of us, though, because remember they had that cartoon and the toys and stuff?
Yeah. Well, there was that whole era of toys and cartoons based off of rated R movies.
Yeah.
They had more fun with Colossus in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, he actually developed the personality other than just being like, I follow the rules, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he still does it, but he's funnier as he's doing it.
Deadpool's like wearing him down.
As he would with most humans.
Yeah. Oof.
I don't understand the trajectory of that toss.
Spirit landing. Yeah. Hero flakes.
That would hurt so bad. Yeah, I love how guys always did the one knee up, and then the girls would always have the one knee out to the side.
Right.
Boop.
Huh. Gee. Everybody's just cheering. I wonder if this is like how he sees it, or if it's actually what's happening, you know?
Also, why would all those kids be allowed so close to a mutant just going crazy, blowing stuff up?
Or, oh, there you go. Yeah. What if they're going to come back to this in later MCU movies is like a Genosha tie-in? The Callers.
I feel like we have so many stories that they have to touch on. I don't think we're ever actually going to get to Genosha in MCU territory.
Yeah.
It works good in a serialized thing, but I think you have to establish so much about mutants before that ever can happen, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we'll go through a few reboots before that hits.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Jeez.
Not wrong.
The one guy looked like he would have been a good, like, Caliban or something. Just the way he looks.
Oh, the pale dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the speech from Colossus in the first movie. I wouldn't have remembered that if we hadn't just watched it last week.
Same. That was not in his original.
That's so gross. Well, there goes Caliban.
Yep.
At this point, Colossus is like just ready for him to kill people once he starts that speech.
Of course. It's kind of funny for a mercenary to be like, I fight for what's right. It's like, no,
Right.
you kill people for money sometimes, dude. Like, you don't do all your research on everything. Let's just call it what it is.
So this caller working on him, I guess it's because he's a mutate, right? Because he wasn't born with this, right? It just
Yeah.
happened to him, I guess. I forgot that he got one of these collars.
That just seems like an awful idea to have men and women in the same prison.
Right.
Oh, that's Omega Red right there.
That was the thing you were saying, that it was going to be like a more of a cameo later.
Yeah. At least what I saw online.
That makes sense.
I think when I originally watched through it, I totally didn't pick up on who it was.
Huh? Oh, now I want tacos.
They also probably wouldn't put two mutants with any association to each other in the same cell.
Yeah, right. You separate everybody. I always wondered what these plastic cells were made out of, because this is like just not even a Marvel thing, just like a sci-fi trope. It's like some magic space polymer.
Oh, the same stuff that Magneto's locked up in between, probably.
Right.
It's really depressing. Even the guards are like, we can't see.
Yeah. Oh, this is Matt Damon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. For a second, I thought Cable was naked. I was like, were they going to do that in this?
Oh, no, that's oh, yeah, that's Damon, and they referred to it as the toilet paper manifesto.
Yeah. So he's cameo in Fox X-Men and the MCU. So funny.
Mm-hmm. He's also one of my favorite singers from Eurotrip.
Oh, yeah.
Which all ties back into the Scotty Doesn't Know t-shirt that I have.
That's also, yeah. Oh, the balls.
I mean, it's a Ford truck. What do you expect?
Did you watch the new Katy Perry music video?
Not yet, and I probably won't.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, there's this, well, it co-stars Trisha Paytas, which is random, but she drives away in this, like, monster truck, and it has, like instead of the balls, it has, like, a uterus that's, like, bedazzled, hanging off the back of the truck. I'm like, somehow that's worse. I don't know. One of my friends, when I posted my thoughts on the Katy Perry song, she was like, yeah, somehow Katy's able to sing about the most important things in the most eye-rolling sort of way. I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
This might be one of the only parts of the movie that I don't really love the visual style of it. Like, the flashback just kind of like it didn't look as well produced as the rest.
Yeah. It kind of looks like something from like the 2000s, maybe.
Like maybe in a made for TV movie vibe.
Right. Like the Generation
X.
Yeah. Actually, it looks a lot like that.
Can't wait. I know Michelle Waffle's excited for us to do that one, but whenever it happens, it happens.
You know what? We'll see when we watch or rewatch, or you watch it. Like, I remember liking it more than the X-Men movies. Is definitely lower quality, but it was a lot more fun. You know, they just went for the stretchiness. They went for the powers. They weren't trying to be realistic or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
What's awkward is it's like, oh, here's your privacy screen, but anybody else who's also
right outside,
like, or just in their own cell pooping can also still see you. Cable lives like a slob.
This is a pretty. He got ripped, even though he's not as top heavy as, like I said, like I imagine in the cartoons. That is still crazy.
Yeah, it's more that he's shredded.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't get huge. Like, he didn't go like Hemsworth, but he's like cut.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, by comparison to us, he's, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. With his collar on, that means his cancer's killing him again.
Yeah, the cancer is winning right now. Omega Red sitting with all the women. Did you see that?
He's a ladies' man, right? Don't. I like how this kid, he's kind of fun when he's not being threatened.
I got your back. It's like literally there's a teenager who's not in shape with no powers going to protect you.
Yeah. This is kind of gross when we look back on it, like remembering like he's a teenager and these are all full-grown men.
Yeah. Also, that's Black Tom Cassidy.
That's right. I forgot about that. What a different take than the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Appropriate. I was wondering about that. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
He would have died, right? That's a hit.
I mean, it's definitely a concussion.
Yeah. Oh. So now he has a pen that's been in this kid's butt through his hand while he can't heal.
Yep.
Jeez. Oh. Yeah, how did he get back up? I just realized he woke right back up. I think I hit again.
Movie magic.
All right.
And then the tall dude, his name is Sluggo, and I don't know who the fuck Sluggo is. Oh, Sluggo's a really lame-looking character.
Is it?
Just like a random mercenary guy. Yeah. Looks like a shitty G.I. Joe.
Right. With a pen, a plastic one.
I mean, it did cut through Deadpool's hand, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
sounds much worse.
Alan Tudyk was the other redneck with Matt Damon.
You know, that tracks because he's a shapeshifter.
He's also a droid.
Yeah. Speaking of, did you watch this week's Boys? Which for everybody else is like 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Shapeshifters, man. I love the take. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but I love the Boys' gross take on shapeshifters.
Imagine if Mystique had to do that every time.
I kind of want that now.
Well, to be fair, it's not totally dissimilar from Penance from the X-Men.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, hers is a little different, but it's not too far off. Yeah. And Cable just murdered those people. If you get blown up like that, you're dead. That's not you just got tossed through windows.
Yeah. If somebody out there knows all these characters or who they're meant to be.
I mean, I guarantee there's an Easter egg video from New Rockstars that we just haven't watched.
And they just made up people for each of them.
Nah, I gotta give them credit. Their team is pretty good about being accurate as to the best of their ability, especially when it's not a rush job like 97 where they had to get it out in a few days. Like, they'll hit it when they have prep time.
This is out far back enough that they did it in real time. It might have been early enough before the team was assembled.
I feel like when this came out, New Rockstars hadn't like established themselves as like a Marvel source. They were like doing everything, you know?
Yeah, it really, really began with WandaVision, I feel like. Nice.
Yeah, like during lockdown, that's when they hit it.
Yeah.
Literally just Cable's murdering people for the sake of murdering people. He's actually the farthest thing from a hero here.
Yeah. That's why him and Deadpool get along. Yeah. Oh, MCU reference.
I rarely read when there were the Deadpool and Cable comics, but I know there was that was the big run of when his personality developed.
Gotcha.
Because the original introductions were X-Force, and Deadpool was pretty stoic. He didn't have this personality.
Just going full Terminator plot.
I also love the inmates that are fighting each other right now. Why would you even bother fighting each other? So I get fighting the guard.
I know you're not watching, but in the Acolyte, someone's pointed out that there's a scene where there's a bunch of Jedis fighting one Sith in the background. But if you watch carefully, only 2 of the 6 Jedis are fighting the Sith. The other ones are just waving their lightsabers in other parts of the forest. And they just kind of
just cutting down trees and shit. Not
even. They're just waving around. It's almost like they gave the actors instructions, we'll put something in CG later, and they just never did.
And they did not.
There's a lot of fight sequences.
Oh
my God.
That's one of the shots where he looks a little bit rubbery, though.
So
I do appreciate that took the effort, though, to bend the leg of the table.
Yeah, right. So this is showing my age, where that simultaneously looks painful, but also I kind of want that to happen to my back sometimes.
I was gonna say it's painful but relatable.
But it's oh man, if I could just bend backwards a little bit more, Oof. Now he should be dead. He smacked his head.
Oh,
nice.
Again, there's certain parts where, especially in the 2000s and later, wrestling became a part of choreo because that's how certain people sell a killer clothesline.
That makes sense, though. They're just going for all the properties.
Yeah. Let's see how many people we could piss off. I refuse to believe he would not just go to 10.
Right. Oh. I guess maybe unless there's a kickback that he can't handle because
I feel like he still would not have given a shit.
Right. Yeah, I never thought about this until just now while watching it. They really went for Terminator Cable here instead of the comic Cable.
I've also seen versions of Cable that are basically like that too. So,
I mean, just visually and stuff here.
Thank God, no. 87.
We only went to 3 or 4, right? Yeah. That was badass, though, retrieving the gun. Was that a dolphin sound? Maybe I'm just hearing things.
You might be hearing stuff. Right now, there are currently 6 Sharknadoes.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't even know if I've ever seen any of them.
Wait, apparently there's a video game.
That tracks.
Yeah. I'm going to have to do some investigating on that.
Oh.
But there's also a great video game called, was it Maneater? That is, you are just a shark. It has nothing to do with Sharknado.
Huh. Oh. Yes, I remember this line. There it is.
It's the only dubstep song that people know by name.
Was this Skrillex?
Yeah, Skrillex Bangarang.
Yeah. So funny, a punk musician ended up becoming the face of dubstep.
I did also love that it was in Guitar Hero at one point.
Yeah.
And it's why am I playing Bangarang in a guitar game?
Yeah. That's a lie. We all did.
Yeah. If you were alive in the 90s, even if you were only born in 98, you had a fanny pack.
Yeah. I have 3 now, just for when I go for walks and stuff.
Oh.
See, I kind of want that sometimes, though, because it's you get just that knot in your back.
I will punch you anytime you ask me to, Rod.
I'm trying to train my cat to like walk on my back. She's the perfect weight. She's just over 10 pounds, and if she just walks up and down my spine.
That's about how hard I could punch. It's fine. I'm on break for working out on the boxing home workout during the summer because my garage is 98 degrees. So
yeah, this heat is no joke. The people who follow my socials know like I had a little bit of I found my limit for hiking in the heat. Oh no. That's true. They pushed like the end of second act, early third act conflict like up to the second.
Ooh. Yeah.
And more water.
But did you notice he was going like cannonball style with how he was holding onto his legs?
Nice.
Don't let me die again.
Yeah. Can you imagine messing up so bad your partner in the afterlife still hasn't forgiven you?
Yes. I don't like these hypotheticals where you ask me to imagine stuff, Ron. Did they say what DMC stood for earlier and we were just talking over it?
Probably. Department of Mutant Control? That makes sense?
Mutant Corrections.
Corrections.
Good job.
So it's like what was it like the church straight camps or whatever?
Oh, yeah. But actually, like, backed by the U.S. government.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess technically, depending on what you think about tax breaks and stuff. This guy did have like the easiest filming days, right? Because he's just at this bar for all his scenes. They probably did it in like a couple days.
and then is he in the fight later or no?
I can't remember. I guess we'll find out. They didn't caption that the way he said it.
Oh shit, I forgot to turn on the captions. Yeah, you do.
It is. I mean,
oh, dude, it's every fucking person who I've been watching get eliminated on Hell's Kitchen, where they talk about their drive and their passion and their courage. Yeah. That is every single why you should not go home speech, and I want to punch every one of them. Well, it's like every bad wrestling promo ever.
Well, that's like whenever you see like really bad graphic design, and the meme is like, graphic design is my passion. You know?
But that's true.
Yeah. So it's interesting. This Cable, his cybernetic stuff almost looks like a sickness. You know?
Well, that is all Cables. It's a sickness.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, it's the techno-organic virus.
Oh, that actually just turned his arm into the thing? Oh, okay.
Yep.
I always assumed that was like keeping him from it, but
no, Budweiser is keeping it from him, though.
I do like that even though he's like, thousands of years in the future, he comes back, he immediately knows what a six-pack is.
Well, I mean, that's one of the only things that will survive human culture, so.
Right. That was that cockroaches and Cher.
Yeah, fuck your pudding.
The way he said that, I know what he meant, but it sounded like, go have sex.
It sounded slurry.
Yeah. There's still like broken doors that people can just walk through, and they just put everybody back in. With
literally just like the crossover of the tape. Yeah. It's like, oh, stop all these horrible super mutants.
Oh, here we are, yeah.
I will say, I do prefer this version of Juggernaut, though. Mm-hmm. Like, animated 92 is the best version, but then this is the better one of the live actions. And then in a distant fourth is Pride of the X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
It would be great if Juggernaut just grabbed his arm and just pulled him through the hole.
Right, or just like ripped his arm off from there.
Well, that would be what would happen because he's not fitting through that hole.
This poor kid, he's just trying to make friends with anybody that give him the time of day. Kind of get it, though.
Rhythmic banging in response.
I'm kind of disappointed they didn't do a shave and a haircut.
Aww.
Oh, lose tan.
Well, there's Ruth Bader Ginsburg at the front.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's a joke about black superheroes.
Yes, I've definitely seen that.
This one of the Scars guards, right?
Is that a Skarsgård?
He's a Pennywise, right?
Oh my god, it's the skinny Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Which I will say, the Vanisher's appearance in comics in X-Force, fantastic.
Did you watch If?
No, I have not watched If yet.
It's not really a spoiler.
I know there's one If that is a disappearing one.
There's Louis Tan.
Yep. Oh, and we'll have missed it by a week, but when this goes live, last Wednesday, he was at Scum and Villainy to do an appearance.
Oh, he was? Louis was?
Real time, he will be there on Wednesday. Posting time, it's the previous Wednesday. I'll send you the information, Rob.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, because he's the new character in Mortal Kombat, which I didn't love his character, but Louis is great. Yeah. I really want her to come back as Domino.
She's fantastic in this entire role. Such a good argument.
Yeah, they did such a good job, too, of showing how it works here.
Right. They didn't do like the corny thing where it's like a flash or something like that, but it's just, it happens the way it happens.
Yeah. Oh, so what I was going to say about If and the invisible character, if you like subtle Easter eggs, stick around for the credits, not for any scenes, but read the credits. Because they credit the invisible imaginary friend.
Okay. This is, was it Ted Lasso before Ted Lasso?
That's true, yeah.
Like, he just is too pure for this.
Which means...
Poor the Pinder.
Yeah. Which means he's, like, in, like deeply disturbed, right? Mm-hmm.
I missed what the sign said behind as he was walking out, but it said something wayward girls.
Girls, yeah, somebody's home.
Yeah.
It's a good score too. Yeah,
I feel like the icebox is a reference within Marvel.
That tracks. So is this the whole thing of like a caravan of like
transporting prisoners and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, but like superhuman. Like it was in Pride of the X-Men. It was in the awful Dark Phoenix movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the other scene where he's not in the bar.
Yep. The icebox is Canada's superhuman prison located deep within the Northwest Territories.
Ah, there you go.
There's only been one recorded escape. Confessor was hired by Ivan the Terrible to free his operative Sickle. Those are three names I have never heard in Marvel ever. It seems like he's not even playing a role.
Right.
Like, that's what he would do in real life.
Yeah, they just filmed him on the lunch breaks.
Jerry Duggan is a writer. He's often in Los Angeles, goes to Golden Apple Comics, and you will just find random X-Men comics signed by Jerry on the shelf.
Oh, that's fun. I love that. The pen. Yep. There. Okay. I kind of want to know when he does this fourth wall break, but the people in his universe hear it. They don't ever react, but I want to know what's going on in their head, you know?
Usually there's just like the quick, like, Like
What?
head
Yeah.
cock is pretty standard.
Because here they didn't even react. I just I wonder if they're like, wait, are we supposed to know what that means?
I think they're all idiots,
Yeah.
except for Domino. I think they might be idiots. I don't know. He killed a lot of people.
Right. Uh,
um,
there it is.
it's funny because certain people would hear that speech right now and accuse Deadpool of being woke,
Right.
despite the fact that he's canonically pan or bisexual and stuff, you know?
Yeah. And it's like anybody that's surprised by that, be like, have you just not watched these movies?
No.
Like, even with the audio off. That's such a great Shatterstar. Like,
It is.
the outfit and everything.
Also from Mojo World originally, your favorite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like how he's the only one worried about it. Wait, so what if Peter dies in the third movie, but of melanoma?
Then we riot.
Right. Or he gets like skin cancer or something.
It's the post credit.
Yeah. I just realized the Skarsgård brother, like, he looks like a younger Steve Buscemi.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Great music choice.
Yeah. See, if this were me, I would just like be like buddies with Domino.
Just holding on to their hand.
Mm-hmm. Anybody but Peter, but especially Domino. The poor guy. I hope he ends up being like the strongest character in this third movie.
Like he's actually like eternity kind of level.
Yeah, or like he has like a latent ability, or it's something that never has been tested, so he just didn't know he had it.
Yeah. Like he's actually Molecule Man and is like
Right.
determining the world around him. That is not the proper form to descend Shatterstar.
I'll bet they based that off of a comic panel somewhere.
Oh, 100%.
Because it looks like a pose.
Yeah. That's how he would often be on like covers of the
Yeah.
original X-Force comic with Cable.
See, this is how it really would have gone for Sunspot and Roku.
Yeah. Oh.
There's that Dave Matthews. Oh, poor Louis Tan. He always gets screwed. He got screwed in Iron Fist, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
Tail.
It was such a good reveal.
Yeah. I love this reveal.
It's such a great reveal.
Yeah, he's gone by now, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Domino.
Of course she did it perfectly.
Oh, Terry Crews might make it. They gave him CPR. Oh, it's a bunch of elderly folk, though. Yeah.
He was kind of a prick.
High roast treats.
Nope. No chance. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I never read Zeitgeist in anything. That came out during a period of when I wasn't buying books, and he has not been back since. So,
yeah,
it was very much in that like
Stan.
Yeah, it was very much in the ecstatics style of artwork, which I did not like. So,
I love this. Yeah.
I feel like that person was not lucky.
Right. It's like that balance thing, though, right?
Yeah, for everything good that happens to her, somebody else has to have bad luck.
It's hard to...
Also, did you notice one of the Stanley thermistors was in that car as it was flipping around?
No, I didn't see that.
No, I still don't like him.
Oh, badass. That's from another movie, though, right?
Hulk did that in
Hulk.
in original Avengers when he was going down the side of the skyscrapers.
You know, right? That is something like, is she able to will a little bit more, or does she just kind of live life?
I think it mostly affects her, and then anybody who's like close to her, it will be like helpful, but it really prioritizes her. But it is also not foolproof. That is something they've made clear in the comics.
Yeah, it's chances. It's not
right.
Invincibility. Yep. Self-aware.
That's not accurate, though.
Yeah, it's Russell, though. Would be John Connor, right?
Right.
And that's how iconic that movie is. I haven't seen that movie in 30 years, but I still remember like overall plots.
Also, all these other prisoners are just getting murdered right now.
Yep.
Like, the collateral damage of this movie is insane. Like, dead, falling out the side of this.
Yeah.
Oh.
I see what you're saying, though, about Deadpool being really rubbery in this. I guess they're, like, just kind of counting on him being so, like, you know, healing and stuff that it's believable.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know more about the shield that Cable uses in this.
The shield would get used a lot in comics. Even the Marvel Crisis Protocol, the tabletop game, the pose is him with the shield up in front of him.
Gotcha. I mean, just like the technology and stuff, like, oh. You
just shouldn't have pulled the trigger there, bro.
Right.
Like, that's your fault. That's rude. That's great fight choreo. Like, the flips like that. Like, I think everybody saw Daredevil and were like, we want to do hallway fights because we could have fun with this shit.
Right. Because that's even like paying homage to like a classic movie too, right? Like an old, I can't remember what movie it was. Like the One Take.
Probably.
Oh. Always comes back to skee ball.
Just a random one, yeah.
There he goes. They're gonna get their money's worth.
Yeah, they paid for the licensing fee of it.
Right. Oh, there he goes. They made the cut. Okay.
Well, it did get cut, so yep.
Yeah.
All the luck in the world doesn't reconnect that for her.
Yeah.
Knowing Cable, I feel like he wouldn't have kept the stuffed animal tied to his belt during all of this.
Oh, there you go. They just want to remind you, like, oh, he has stakes because it's children. I think this is reference to Ryan Reynolds' first Deadpool, right?
Yeah, in Wolverine Origins.
This is interesting too. They were still able to do Domino with their classic eye look, but still realistic and not like bad like the X-Men movies. Because like her eye, it's like a pigmentation thing, right?
It's in the comics she is white skin with a black eye spot, so they kind of reverse the color on it.
Yeah. Well, here she like my family, we have a history of like different color pigmentation in like our skin and stuff for our son and things. Like my mom has it like on her neck and face, so it seems like that's what they did with her, but on her eye, like kind of give it so it doesn't look too campy.
Yeah, it was more birthmarky than anything else. Yeah.
Why would you transport him?
Yeah,
not by himself. He was in a cell by himself.
I don't know how they fit him into just one of these. Like, yeah,
and yeah, timeless.
Well, no, it's literally just the 1990s. That's what it is. It does not resonate with anybody outside of us.
She is surprisingly like this song is like a viral sound on TikTok and stuff.
Of course it is.
It's just like everybody associates like these slow montages with this song. Oh, always got to do a teabag.
I wonder if he got paid extra just to take that move. Like that was a $25,000 bonus just to justify it being shot.
Yeah. Remember the first Borat movie?
Yes.
Like the guy that played Borat's partner in that, there's that scene where like he like
ran around naked in the...
He sits on Borat's face.
Yes.
Sacha Baron Cohen like gave an acceptance speech at some award show. He's like, there was a moment where my co-star's nude buttocks was sitting on my face and I couldn't breathe and I had to make a choice to either suffocate to death or breathe in his anal air. Like,
nope. And you're out. I don't know. I feel like those other prisoners should not be like, what's going on? They should be running.
Yeah. Or just corpses. Oh.
Yeah.
She's like, nope.
Nobody reads us X-Men Unlimited number 112. Come on.
I didn't realize for a long time that this was also Ryan Reynolds. Yep. And this is what started that question, right? Of like, what side grows back?
Yes. That is the cover for X-Men Unlimited 12.
Oh, nice. Oh, and he's got the jewel.
Yeah.
A cider rack.
Don't start.
Yeah.
But it's him trapped inside of the gem. That's the story on that issue.
I mean, fair.
I mean, this is why Deadpool shouldn't be allowed to raise children.
Right.
Which is also very evident in the recent Deadpool series. Because his daughter has a healing factor.
Oh, no. I mean, that's actually skill from that actor. That's great.
That's really hard to do and actually make it look decent.
Oh, jeez.
Yep, see? I feel like he would have left that in the hotel room.
Yeah. They're just like, remember, for the kids.
Yes.
This scene, this reveal, it always unsettled me to still.
It's terrifying.
No. Why would
I agree with her sentiment fully on that.
That's the correct response. Also this.
That's not my hand.
Jesus. Ah! No, I don't like this.
Wretches.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Winnie the Pooh. Oh. That's right. This was like some of the trailers, right?
I don't remember. It's been so long on the trailers.
I think it was just him trying to get the description, and that was like the teaser. Oh, that's right. She's never. Is that just a pair of gloves?
Yeah.
So funny. If
it is consistent that Weasel always sells out Deadpool in the comics, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
I like the time traveler's wife reference. If you listen to our interview with Guy, he revealed that he was the body double, the acting double for the CV series. Ah! Wait, does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. I guess because she has like acrobatic abilities.
I'm not touching that one.
But even just like comparison to Black Widow in general, it's like that. There's not really a similarity there.
I mean, I guess it's just like training and stuff.
Yeah. Ah! Oh, they showed it. I'd never noticed that. Yeah. It's still such a disturbing. No. I don't understand the references. Man, yeah, this is really feeling like boys territory. The wind advisory. Hurt. Lazy writing, I remember that. Yeah. Cable just talked about how you can only slide in and out of time, like 2 charges or something.
Right.
And that's when the Deadpool made the lazy writing comment. But,
body slide by 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Depinder is like, I'm gonna punch you, is his reaction.
Ah! That's true. I was just saying, like, this whole scene is very like the boys coded. Like, we don't like it, but you set the Juggernaut free, so now we have to work together.
Yeah.
And Cable's kind of like invoking like butcher energy. Oof. Oh yeah, okay. So it's not even Tyler, right? It's just
oh yeah, daughter. It's just Kid. Of course, Tyler would, or Russell would be that dramatic as an adult. Right. It's like shitty Pyro.
Yeah. Like theater kid Pyro. Actually, Pyro's already kind of theater.
He's Australian. That is not necessarily theater kid. He's also an idiot and best friends with Avalanche.
Yeah.
I bet he would kill a kid.
Probably. I think he has killed kids if you think about the people who are just like not main characters.
Just the collateral damage in that street battle, children died.
Right. Yeah, like buildings and buses and stuff. Man, this is literally just the plot of season 4 of The Boys.
Yeah, it's the Ryan story.
Yeah. Dirty sick.
That's not a fair deal.
Don't stand up, Jesus.
Please don't stand up.
As you were go to the bathroom, he did the Basic Instinct thing. It's like, I don't remember them showing that.
Oh, I heard you say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, oh. Yeah, these legs are I think this is the weakest CG.
It's so creepy.
Blind Owl looks like the wrong proportion in that wide. I don't know if they're going to go back to it.
I was not paying attention to it.
Maybe that's what they were like counting on with the awkward toddler walk. You see?
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. She does seem too small.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was like a forced perspective shot.
Yeah.
Like what they did with Elf.
Yeah, and they're like, nobody's going to be focusing on that.
Well, now I can't unsee it, Rod, so thank you. Somehow that's more disturbing than the toddler legs on Deadpool.
Right. Well, because the toddler legs have been happening, so we're starting to get like used to it.
Nope.
That's a twist. I do kind of wish they would have gone for the full like star on the eye thing instead of just scars.
Probably real easy.
Yeah.
Also, I love the entire generation fucked this planet into a coma. That's a little too realistic at this point.
Yep. We're a few months away from it as we speak.
Mm-hmm. That's a horrible thing to have as a voice clip.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's reading that tiny book. Like, and also why is he rereading it?
He's just trying to study it. He's like that studious.
But
it is like a tiny manual.
It's just like the rules to being on the team. I'm pretty sure he knows them all.
Oh.
Mm. You know the one.
He's like, wash my ears.
I do love the song choice, though. The irony when you do know it as him.
Yeah. Please.
Does she have powers?
Keeping Negasonic from being homicidal.
That's, I mean, like a mutant power.
Poor inconsistent Warren.
It's apparently a different version of the character than the one we would all know.
Mm.
In the original timeline, she has the ability to see the death of living creatures. In the revised timeline, she's a teenager. Oh, ability to control and manipulate electricity.
Oh, okay. Look your go-to.
It's just a solid default.
Right.
That's too long to be a legal middle name, sir.
I just remembered how they killed Juggernaut. He's getting flashbacks about this movie as we're watching it. That is an interesting kind of twist on her powers. It just kind of brings her to the right place, right time,
right?
Even just like kind of purpose wise.
That's
wait. Does wine have gluten in it?
oh, I know beer does.
Yeah, because beer.
I also don't have a gluten sensitivity, so
because beer is just liquid bread, right?
Yeah.
Or not just, but very similar.
I do not know this song outside of this movie.
I'm not familiar with it. So pissed. I love the duct tape holding. So they save Deadpool's body. No, that's right. It's his suit that's duct taped together, not his body.
Mm-hmm. Unabomber did not have that flashy a jacket. Come on.
I wonder if that reference is like on its way out, of people understanding it.
Oh, I guarantee like the TikTok generation won't get it.
Yeah. The car.
Oh, they didn't do a good job of captioning that they were both saying it at the same time.
That's right, yeah.
Kid does not have good aim, though. That should have been a one-shot kill.
Maybe that's why he was so confident calling him an abomination.
There's the 11, which is definitely a Spinal Tap reference.
I was going to say, yeah.
It's got to be.
The fun fact, where I went to school for music, Almost Famous, and this is Spinal Tap, was required viewing to graduate. They want us to know what the music industry is going to be like, and they weren't too far off.
Oh.
Ugh, yeah. Oh, that's right, the spike in his head. He looks like that old Halloween costume, the headband thing.
Oh, yeah. You should just keep running and not bother fighting Juggernaut, is my gut check there.
Right. Oof. Was this a Celine Dion flashback? Oh,
nope.
No. It's Peter Gabriel.
I mean,
Great song.
It worked on Colossus, so.
Right. Oh, that would make sense, too, because of the boombox joke.
Yeah. I love in the background, Cable's just getting annihilated.
Right. See, this is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, like, foreshadowing. Oh, jeez.
I don't think you know how that works, Wade.
Maybe he knows something we don't.
No, he does not. He literally has a hole in his brain right now.
Ow. He pulled it out the other way. Ugh.
Well, you have to. The other thing wasn't going to go through.
Nice.
And also, you were definitely not the same size as him.
Yeah. Big CGI fight coming up.
Also, the least Colossus-ass song ever.
Right. Unless, I wonder what song this is. If they specifically pick something that was like Russian or something.
Mm.
I mean, he's not singing Russian, obviously, but.
Oof.
Yeah, I think you had the right call. They made Colossus smaller so Juggernaut could be bigger. Because they had to put them up against each other right here.
I love the propaganda on the walls. It gives a very like Cold War feel to it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. He's swept the leg.
So proud of himself.
They have a lot of guns. They were like, we are going to earn this R rating with this fight scene.
Right.
All grunting. Just that has been used more than anything else during this movie. I think those kids all said holy shit too.
It's fun.
He said it. Now you can go home.
Right.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That dude, that is just the worst way. Because that's not an instant kill if it's in your jugular like that. Like, you bleed out from that shit.
Yeah. This song is two artists. I can't pronounce the nice the kids. I can't pronounce the main artist name, but the secondary is Mischief Brew. I'm not familiar with the song at all.
No. Again, the gunplay definitely inspired by John Wick stuff.
Yeah.
Like choking somebody and that makes them shoot their own bullet off.
Oh.
Oh.
There she is.
If I was her, I would just say random shit throughout the day. That seemed like a good idea.
There was like a day at VidCon a few weeks ago where I would say people's names and they would just show up, which isn't too surprising because, you know, you're in a big hotel with all the people that you're talking about. But at one point, I turned to our mutual friend, Alex Bagnall, and was like, I wish I could find a briefcase of $5 million. Like,
did not happen, unfortunately, I'm assuming. Wow, that is the cheapest ass Blackbird ever.
Yeah. I was just going to get destroyed.
Is it like the only Blackbird that doesn't get destroyed, though?
He has the cheap one. It's a great joke. Oh, this is how corrupted my brain is like I thought they were referencing the app.
Your brain is broken. Fully broken at this point. Oof. Please don't do that.
Oh, there's her electric power.
Oh, yeah.
I hope we see a lot more of her. Oh, CG butt.
CG butt. I love how she clips the audio whenever she uses her power.
That's great.
So what happens with the X-Men not killing? Because 3 of them just committed manslaughter.
Right. And not like an oops. Like, what else did you think when you stick like a live wire up someone's ass?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not an accidental kill. I do love from this scene, they made a hot toy that is the gray version of the suit from the burning and stuff. And it's tied to the Rick Remender run of X-Force, which is like one of my favorite like comic runs ever. Like the Remender X-Force was the best shit.
That's awesome. Great song. They should have played that song during the scene.
They really should have.
I love it. Just a second ago, Deadpool made a comment like millennials are the hardest generation to reach. I forget like how far back that title actually went.
Mm-hmm.
How did he live through that?
Oh.
Of course, there's one bullet left.
Yeah. And the guys covered with pouches don't have any extra bullets on them.
Yeah.
Let me be worse.
Right.
Phrasing.
Yeah. Well, it's because you said it wrong. I've been in your shoes, right?
You notice in this one, he keeps his mask on a lot more than the previous movie.
Oh, yeah.
He was very masked down in this movie.
I mean, I guess I kind of appreciate it because, you know, so many of these superhero movies are like, we need to see the face we paid for. But it's like, no, we came to see Deadpool.
Yeah, I came to see Captain America, not Chris Evans.
Right.
Yeah. And then they're like, but he's got a beard now.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magically transformed his suit color.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. It's the gray.
He also has a hole in his head as he's wearing that.
Yeah. It was just not. Oh.
I love that the caption it said mouths fucks this or fuck this. I don't think I ever actually knew what the name of the song was, despite it being that obvious.
Oh, really? For me?
Yeah. Dude, I don't think I've ever watched Annie.
Oh, man. I've seen it in too many iterations.
Well,
up.
yep, you were a music student, so.
Kind of, but it wasn't even that. It was just, I guess, just everywhere. Like the Carol Burnett version, it was a remake. Oh, there it is. That's a lot of blood. I also hate this song is super cheesy until it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my favorite bands, Lawrence, they do this during their shows and it should be so corny, but she sings it. One of the lead singers sings it and I just get like emotional. I'm like, why am I getting emotional about this dumb song?
Because you're remembering that time that Deadpool got shot.
Right, exactly. I love that this is a meta joke because like whenever something cool happens on someone's like film set, they're like, did you get that at the right frame rate?
Mm-hmm.
Because then you can't do it in slow motion if you did.
Maybe take the collar off of him.
Yeah, I was going to say. The teddy bear survived everything.
Oh, that's why the fucking teddy bear had to stay on him. It should have been computer telling him everything was okay, not the teddy bear.
Right. This is one of those things that's confusing about time travel working. You know, it's like, okay, so the bear is like back to normal, but like Cable's still there. Like,
yeah, it's a paradox.
Yeah.
That's why I do like the diverting timeline stuff. Like by going back and affecting the past, it just creates a new timeline. It didn't actually undo the one that you're trying to undo.
Yeah. There's so much time to take that collar off right now.
Mm-hmm. But he doesn't want it.
I was gonna say that's I guess part of the idea is that this is what he wanted his like closure.
Yeah.
Just like Butcher.
Also has cancer in his body.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's like a super tumor, right?
Yeah.
And a kid with superpowers that is remorseful now. This is like a
I love how everybody was walking away from the body like they were just going to leave him.
Yeah. So I just started watching this YouTuber that's new to me. He's been around for a few years, I guess. Named Cyanide, but spelled with an S. Mm-hmm. He did a review of that New Year's Eve movie. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but he pointed out something I never noticed. Is like, yeah, so when Robert De Niro dies at the end of the movie, spoiler, I guess, they just leave him on the roof. Like, everybody else reunites, like, inside the building.
But everybody else is cool with it.
Did they just leave Robert De Niro's corpse on the roof during New Year's?
Yep. I mean, you have to get a ladder and,
right.
you know.
Say it.
Do it.
There it is.
Oh, he's so tiny, especially when you see him in comparison to Colossus.
Yeah.
And then what he would be as Thanos.
Yeah.
Not really. Is he in the next movie, Russell? Have we seen him in any of the trailers?
Not that I'm aware of, but I wonder, though, if they're going to avoid, like, super obvious, characters like that, so they can have the fun ones. Mm-hmm. Or I don't know. Or if they're just going to do it and go for,
I think they're just going to throw literally everything at the wall.
Yeah.
Cable's literally just contemplating putting a bullet in his head right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, it's just.
I sent this screen cap of a tweet to my brother, who, for everybody that doesn't know, is a pastor, because there's a news article that someone responded to. The news article says, like, priest dies, sees hell, and tells his congregation about it. And the tweet comment is like, if my priest went to hell, I would never go to that church again.
Yeah, that's actually a turnoff. Yeah, that is not the leader you're looking for.
There
Thud.
It is. Domino's. This is like her 1% where the luck doesn't work or something.
Well, she didn't die.
Yeah. Oh, she sapped it from Wade. He's finally getting his closure. Or so we think.
Also, great music reference there, too.
Mm-hmm. This is the acoustic one, I think, right?
Yeah.
From MTV Unplugged. Man, I try not to be like the boomers like kids these days, but like this is one of the things I wish kids these days could experience is the MTV Unplugged.
Unplugged was so fucking good, man. I think it's just there's a lot of artists right now that you put them in that unplugged format, it doesn't work the same.
Yeah.
Some will, absolutely, but not as many as that era.
There's also just not the, like promotion for it. Oh man, I forgot that we see like Ryan Reynolds actually in this movie. That's in his contract. We have to see him hot.
Yeah. No. This is actually not the afterlife. This is just his brain playing tricks on him, is the big spoiler of all of it.
Right. I'm not sure if I loved like emotional Deadpool or not. I mean, this is fine, but
I think as long as there's no emotional Deadpool in the next movie, it works.
Yeah.
Like you get one emotional Deadpool scene.
I guess I see that. Oh, he's gonna use his last slide.
Yep.
But this is that like wish for more wishes thing, right? You could slide to a time where you can get more time slides.
I don't know how his computer charges.
All right.
Because there's also the thing that stops you from having it affect your timeline. So if you go and affect it, then stop it, Rod.
I forgot also this is the same plot as Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This is like Scott Pilgrim is like I lesbian you or whatever.
I did not watch that movie more than once.
It was like I L word you lesbian.
But I don't want to.
Right. You have your neon blue bong there.
Right? Looks like a fucking Prime bottle.
Right. I was gonna say, like, they didn't try to have her cross the other threshold.
Yeah, like literally just carry her back over.
She comes back.
That'd be depressing. He goes through the wall and she just gets like slammed into it.
Yeah, or she comes back with him, but it's like the next living thing, so it's like a roadkill or one of the like the agents from Essex.
No, it would just be her reviving inside the casket.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Don't fuck Colossus. I forgot about that.
Which is a huge X-Men reference.
Is that accurate though for Cable?
No.
Okay.
Hope is a adoptive daughter.
Okay.
But she is not blood to any of the Summers.
Gotcha.
She's considered a Summers, but she's not blood.
Yeah.
Hope was after House of M when they did No More Mutants. She was the first mutant born.
Gotcha. Okay. Just tokens. Oh.
Nope. I'm gonna fuck some other stuff up because I'm creating time paradoxes.
Yeah.
Oh, he is Marvel Jesus, according to Cable.
Oh, that's funny.
You know, lucky number 7. It makes sense.
Yeah.
That's his butt.
Yeah. No.
Tiny Cable is just so funny.
Yeah, it was weird. Oh.
No.
Knife and... Okay, so they're gonna do this again in Deadpool and Wolverine because we saw it in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Because he does the tip-to-tip joke with Hugh. There we go, Dopinder.
The hero. The hero we all needed.
Yep. You know when anybody's standing still like that, so far away from the main characters? Like, yeah. It's like Sam Jackson in that shark movie.
Oh, Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just imagine him yelling the entire time as he's driving.
Right. Oh. Colossus is like a kid who just learned how to curse. Ah, there. This song is so timeless. Like,
Yeah.
it could have been made now and still be current. I just remember the mid and after credits for this movie. So funny.
It's like it was a good movie, and then you get that, and it's the great movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Death by bubble bath. Fuck you, skip credits. I will fight you, Disney. There's a lot of executive producers on this film. Holy shit.
They need a lot of money, right?
Seriously.
Nice jokes. I can't imagine being on an editing team for a movie, any feature film, especially something like this.
No. And then just the amount of like layers in that that file, it would just be absurd.
I'm part of like a kind of a creators ambassador program with Adobe, and sometimes they show us stuff from like feature films. Actually, I don't know about this one, but the first Deadpool movie was edited in Adobe.
Right.
They showed us some of those timelines, and we're like, how do you do this?
Just computers break when they see that shit.
So like, there's a Teams method they use in Adobe. I've never used it, but it's like, how does that all compute? Because like it's weird, it's wild. Because like, certain sections get locked off, and other editors are working on it. But I just logistically can't hold it in my brain.
The Deadpool versions of certain characters are disturbing.
Right. Like, yeah, like Negasonic has like the hair outside.
Yeah.
Of the mask. Okay, that's a way bigger Colossus.
Seriously, that was definitely changed up.
Boo. Century Fox.
They at least made it happen, okay?
Yeah, after internet pressure.
Yeah.
Yay.
I love that it was also the it was the same logo they used in the Deadpool video game too. So
nice. 11. Man, that's how old this movie is.
I also love
Stranger Things references.
I mean, the fucking final Stranger Things still isn't out, so
yeah.
And again, another skip credit prompt.
Right. Oh, I like how I know on the Acolyte there's a skip intro button or whatever, but it's literally just a single like title card.
It's the swipe over the Star Wars like neon characters.
Not even that.
Oh.
There you go. Nice.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
It's poor Peter.
Yeah.
That's true love.
Yeah. Oh, now I kind of want Peter and Domino to be a couple in this third movie. There he is.
I couldn't believe like this was the best moment, like that they let this happen.
Yeah. And they got that original footage and that janky CG.
Yep.
Yeah.
So many gunshots.
That's what we all wanted to do.
The shake weight.
Yeah. I'll bet. Oh my god. I'll bet that's what he based that on, some sort of actual what happened when he got that script.
Like that he like flashback to that moment.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, this is going to be my big break."
Yep.
I forgot the song ended the movie. This is like one of my songwriting heroes, Diane Warren. Such a timeless song and used in everything.
Yeah.
Like
but now we're officially at the point where it is shrank, so we are done with it. So
that I guess that's a mid-credit scene or whatever.
Yeah.
That leads us directly into what Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be. And I don't know if you saw, reportedly, like, press got to see the first 30 minutes.
I think I saw IGN post that they got to see 35 minutes of it or something like that.
They were part of the screenings, which makes sense because I get they've been doing the premieres all over the world and stuff. So I guess to not get spoilers out, they're doing the premieres, like the party parts, and then like the 30 minutes, or 35 minutes, I guess, which is smart. It's like, I guess we know that there's not going to be like super crazy in the first 35 minutes because it's not leaked yet.
Well, what's
story.
weird is the premiere itself, which is happening this week at time of recording, is happening in New York and not in LA, which is very uncommon. So
yeah, there must be some like plot point or something, or they just couldn't book the El Capitan this week, or no, that's their excuse. They don't have to have it at El Capitan because they're like, there's no way.
It's not usually El Cap. It's usually the Grauman's. So
that's right. This Deadpool song. All right, cool. Well, hopefully you like the first one and this one.
Yeah, because if you didn't like the first one, we didn't know in time to not record this, and this is Comic-Con week that we're getting ready for, so we don't have time to swap out for other content. So
yeah, no, but these are fun. These are fun movies. I'm glad we got to rewatch them. It's also a nice refresher for the third movie.
Yeah, I don't think whenever we get to the other X-Men movies, we'll be able to do these on especially certain ones, because Rod will just be angry for 2 hours straight.
I was going to say, unless you guys do like these and you just want to hear me like curse and like insult a lot of things and people and movies, then we can have 2 hours of that.
If you want to hear the content that will prevent us from ever being monetized on any platform, that will be it.
Or sponsored.
Okay. Flashback to the animated series. And the fucking Cyclops semen joke prevented that from ever being a thing.
I'm not even talking about like the content. I'm just talking about like insulting specific people.
Like, you'll see product placement in the movie and we'll just get blacklisted from that company. So
yeah, no, I mean just like different executives and stuff from studios are like, well, we're never sponsoring that podcast.
Yeah, we'll just be on the shit list. So
Fun.
Well, if you like what you heard, we would appreciate a rating on the podcast app of your choosing. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, and I'm not going to say the last one just to piss Rod off.
I feel like the most places you can Google. Like,
no. And yeah, we don't need to sit through the rest of this music. So bye, guys.
See ya.